Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the batting grip and discuss the effect that your grip can have on the way you play. So basically, the grip determines how you're able to swing the bat backwards and forwards. It also affects how you time the ball and how you're able to deal with the bowling that you're facing. So basically your grip is almost just your finger and your thumb. But understanding your grip properly will help you realize that how your batting grip can actually affect your playing style. The most important function of the batting grip is to allow you to swing your bat in a straight line. If you try swinging your bat first with your top hand and then with your bottom hand, you can see how each influences the path of the bat. When both your hands are together, you want to make sure that you're swinging in a straight line. When your head or shoulders start to dip or sway too much, then you know your grip is incorrect. Remember that you always want to keep your head as still as possible when you're batting. The most important thing you should know is that your grip should feel comfortable to you. What works for one player may not work for the other, so it's important that you try out all the different grips and figure out which is most suitable for you. So now we're going to talk about 3 different types of batting grips. The first is the Orthodox grip. The Orthodox grip is classified as the ideal grip. It's also known as the V-Grip. This is because a V shape is formed by the thumb and fingers of both hands. You want to align this somewhere in between the spine of the bat and the outside edge of the bat. When picking up the bat, you can lay it down in front of you and then pick it up with both hands, focusing on the position of your index finger and thumb on both hands and ensuring that you're forming the V shape. When taking your grip, you want to make sure that your hands aren't too far apart. Around a distance of 2 fingers would work well. When you place your hands correctly, the knuckle of your index finger on your bottom hand should point down the spine of the bat, and the knuckle of your thumb on the top hand should point down the same line. Your top hand should be firm and your bottom hand should be relaxed. A good way to think about this is imagine that you're holding a baby chick in your bottom hand, so you want to make sure that you're not holding it too tight. That's basically the Orthodox grip. Now we're going to talk about the O grip. An easy way to think of this is to imagine that you're climbing a ladder. The O grip itself feels more natural than the Orthodox grip, but it can cause some issues with the swing of the bat, since now the bottom hand has more influence. With the O grip, essentially you're choking the movement of the bat, and as you're swinging through, you are reducing the size of the hitting area because you're beginning to play across the line. So as the bat is moving down, it begins to swing across the body, and this also means that it can bring down your head and your right shoulder. This in turn will have some effect on the timing. Another issue with having such a tight grip on the bat is that it can become difficult to play through the offside or square of the wicket. If you pick up your bat now with the adjusted grip and practice a few shots, you'll be able to feel the difference. Just a quick note, the O grip is very common for people who are using bats that are too heavy for them. So it's important that you make sure the bat you're using is the correct weight for you. So the third grip I'd like to talk about is the Knott Grip. This grip was developed by Alan Knott as a method to cope with fast, short bowling, mainly dealing with excessive pace and bounce. The difficulty with the Orthodox grip was that it was harder to play deliveries that were rising off a length, so this involved the adjustment to the grip on the top hand. For the Knott grip, the top hand is now turned around the handle until the back of the hand is facing backwards. But if you guys take out your bat now and try out this grip, you'll realize that it feels much more difficult to play straight. That's because the movement of your arms is now being choked. This effectively means that it's more difficult to generate power. So this method is more suitable for working the ball as opposed to hitting boundaries. However, this is a great way to deal with extra quick bowling. And although it has some limitations on stroke play, it can be effectively used to start an innings and then later on you can revert to a more orthodox grip. An important part of the grip is your ability to hinge. Without hinging, your backswing is affected. The backward swing of the bat is made easier with the hinged grip. This becomes more apparent when you try to use the O grip. So you want to make sure that hinging is an automatic movement when your bat is being lifted behind you. For a suitable hinged grip, the 3 fingers on your bottom hand should be simply resting on the handle, with the thumb and the index finger supporting the bat. So now we're going to talk about soft hands. Soft hands are the opposite of holding the bat too hard. A hard grip can have an effect on both the back and forward swings of the bat. So the first step of playing with soft hands is hinging. This is where the bottom hand is only a guide. It is important to note that soft hands are a great defensive tool. It can really help you take pace off the ball. In some cases, you want all the power your bottom hand can provide. But when you soften your bottom hand, you reduce the impact on the ball. If you have too much bottom hand, you will generally scoop the ball up in the air when you're driving. To play with soft hands, your arms need to be relaxed. Rather than hitting the ball, you're attempting to guide it. So to play with soft hands, you can imagine that you're trying to hold the ball on the face of the bat for a brief second. So there are a few key points that you should consider when you're taking your grip. You want to make sure that you understand the orthodox grip first. Your top hand should be holding the bat firmly. Your bottom hand should simply support the bat as opposed to gripping it tightly. Your grip should allow you to swing the bat backwards and forwards in a straight line. So what I want you to do is pick up your bat and try out some of the grips. Have a go in the nets and see which grip is most suitable for you. And remember that you can always adjust your grip as you progress through your innings. I hope this video has helped you out, and please subscribe for more videos in the future.